Okay, so the plan for tomorrow is I'm gonna go pick up my prescription, and then I want to go to this the there's a daycare, like a daycare preschool nearby, and I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna apply for a job there. Um, I also want to get my son in preschool this summer, so I'm gonna figure that out. But first thing first, I'm gonna just apply, and then that way I have the information to send him to daycare. If I don't get the job, still I will still use that as I'm gonna still um, try to get him into that daycare for the summer so that I can start working. Excuse me, so I can work this summer. I'm gonna just keep it consistent, you know. From daycare, he'll just go to school and then keep it going, and then um, that way I won't have any interferences to where I have to quit work and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's my plan for tomorrow. As for the job that I did apply for, actually when I went in to hand in the application, he was talking about, well, we're not hiring right now, but at least I'll have your information, so therefore when we do hire, you'll be first on the list. Like, if y'all wasn't hiring, then why would you give me the application? You know, so when I took it back, he talking about he wasn't hiring. Like, you should have told me that in the first place. I wouldn't even took the application. But I guess it's a good thing because at least he had, like I said, my application is there. He has my information. So whenever he do decide that they need some help, my application is right there. So then he'll just reach out. I guess that's how I took it when he told me that. I was like, cool, I guess at least you got my application. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna go apply for the daycare. At least I got more experience. He did ask me, he was like, have you ever had experience at cash register? And that's where I don't have experience. So, yeah, I guess they want someone, the worker that is there, she work at the register, she stocks, she do everything around the store. So it's good that you got experience everywhere. So, you're not just stuck in one place and they can use you in this position as well. But when I do start, if I do get the job, that's a new experience that I could actually use because that's the only experience I'm missing on my resume. So yeah, um, that'd be something I can actually add to my resume because I don't have experience there, but a lot of jobs do need people at the cash register. So that's definitely relevant. So yeah, tomorrow, like I said, I'm gonna go pick up this prescription and then I'm gonna go apply for that daycare that I seen and go from there. Yeah. You have fun at school? Did you carve pumpkins?
Yes.
Did you bring the pumpkin home?
Yes.
Where's that? You gonna check your book bag? Okay, so I need to do these dishes. But for lunch, for dinner, he is having leftover sloppy joe. So yeah, I'm gonna warm this up. I need to reorganize my freaking up here. Like I usually put these down here, and then I put these up here. And I put the blue pots with the blue pops. But, so, a lot of people speak on, including myself, I feel like men are hard to love just because they're inconsistent. They can't be consistent with one woman. It comes to a point in time where every woman catches their eye or a woman just isn't enough. I feel like I've had those times where I felt so insecure, you know, with a man just because I felt like this woman has something better than me, or they made me feel as though this or that woman, you know, can give them something that I can't give, or sometimes it's just, maybe it's just kind of a nitpicking situation where this woman got a bigger butt than me, or this woman has bigger breasts than me, and, my man like big breasts, or my man like a big butt. So therefore, he's going to go after this woman because I'm not, they're not satisfied with what I can offer. But I also feel like as a woman, like I do have thoughts. I'm not gonna lie. I have thoughts to where maybe, I see relationships from a different perspective. Like maybe I would be better off with a woman. Maybe my life would give me more than a man can give me if I was with a woman. Um, but it's just the intimacy part of the relationship. It's like I feel like if I was to be with a woman or be intimate with a woman, this woman cannot satisfy me the way a man can satisfy me. It's something that, you know, when you're when you're intimate with a man, he just gives everything. It just feels you feel satisfied in the end. You're not always craving, you're not always wanting more. It's like that feeling of, okay, you know, that feeling of, I'm good. And then when I think about being, intimate with, when I think about that intimacy with a woman, it's like they can't touch the parts of you that a man can touch. That's what you actually want. And it's like, how can you be satisfied intimately with a woman if they can't touch that part of you that you're used to? You're used to being touched, inside in that way. And that's why I feel like a lot of women turn to these toys and stuff, just to make it okay with being with another woman. If I can't touch that part of you inside, then I'll get this, you know, this strap on so that I can also please you in that way. But it it won't feel the way the same way as a man makes you feel inside. It's the inside for me, we all grown here. So it's the inside for me. You gotta really touch me the way I wanna be touched inside, you know. So yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, I do have thoughts of like what my life would be like, with a woman, just because I've never been with a woman before. I've kissed multiple women before, but I've never actually took it that far with a woman, just because it just don't sit right in my mind. It don't sit right. It's just like I don't see myself doing this. I don't see myself doing that. I see myself, getting, but I don't see myself giving, and it's kind of unfair. I already see how it's going to turn out before it happens, because it kind of seems unfair in a way, because I know I'm not going to be I'm not going to satisfy you the way you will satisfy me, because I'm kind of dodging take going that far. I guess it's kind of like a, it's not really anything with, you know, do my abilities to do what's required in a relationship with a woman. It's more so of I'm not willing to, because it's just not in me to do it. Um, I don't know, it just don't sit right with my spirit. Like, I could think about it, but then when it comes down to it, it won't sit right with my spirit, you know. Um, Maybe because I've never been in that position. Well, I've never, took it that far. I've been presented with taking it that far, but I always kind of, backed out. Um, so yeah, there was a point where I was with a friend, and she was bisexual. She had a boyfriend at the time, but she was also, dating women as well. And I was like, that could have been my chance. That could have been, an experience I could have followed through with. But I was just like, when it came down to it, like, we kissed and stuff, but soon as it got to that point, I was like, she was like, is you going to, do this and that? I'm like, you know. And even when it got to a point where I'm not asking you, and it's just, we in a moment, and it came down to it, I was just like, no, no, I can't do this. And then, she actually got angry. It was like, go home then, this and that. It's in the middle of the night, girl, I ain't going home. But she really was trying to kick me out because I wouldn't take it that far. It's just like I don't see myself doing it. I would say if I was in a relationship with this person, and I got comfortable to the point where, I feel like I would have to build that, build that connection, build that relationship, just as a man, build that relationship, build something up to where, I will take it that far now, because we done built something, and I got all these emotions bottled up inside, and I'm ready to express them. I feel like that would put me in that will kind of, you know, get me to the point where, you know, it might happen. But other than that, it's just like my experiences with men, and I have no experience in that area where intimately, body, like I said, it was always just a kiss. It never got to that point. Um, so yeah, I don't know, I just felt like I needed to talk about that. But like I said, it's just I have experience with a woman who has so much experience with men and being pleasured, being satisfied by a man. It's going to take a huge transition for her to decide otherwise, you know. So yeah, I don't know, that was on my mind. I just felt like I should talk about it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to, say, and I will talk y'all when